What's up with it? What's up with it, Kane? I'm excellent. I don't even know where I'm going with this yet today. I'm just here. What y'all got going on in your world? That's what's up. What's good, Darius? We just vibing, man. Give it just a few more minutes. Let some more people tune in on us. What's up, Cecine? What y'all want to talk about today, man? Asteroids. Everybody keeps going to asteroids. I am a traditional astrologer. I don't do asteroids. For me to even include Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto is a stretch for me. I started out doing Vedic astrology. I started out practicing in that arena. So, asteroids, that doesn't mean they're not relevant. I just myself don't know a lot about them. I've been studying astrology for almost 2 decades, but asteroids are something that I don't place a lot of stock in. I do know some amazing astrologers that are awesome at working with asteroids, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all gonna have to excuse me. You know,
You just make this beat.
I ain't gonna gonna come on here and yell at y'all and talk about a whole bunch of nonsense for 2 hours either. So what's up, Isaac? What do you think causes more problems in your life? Saturn or Mars? You said, how about the power of each dignity? Saturn and the Lord of Karma, and Pluto and Hades and the stories behind it. We could get into all of that. We definitely could do that. But what I want to know is, how is getting into that going to help people work on the things they need? What are my thoughts on retrograde Saturn and Gemini in the 8th house? First of all, like, that just speaks of you having an extra hard time communicating right there, and an extra hard time allowing yourself to be vulnerable and to allow yourself to be intimate right there. You know, with that one right there, that just says that, like, you need to learn how to have a sense of humor. You need to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You need to allow yourself to actually feel things, because you repress actually feeling everything with that one. All right? Do the transits have the same effects besides time? Like, does Pluto transit Sun versus Sun transit Pluto make a difference? See, it depends on what type of aspect you have going on with that one, but yes, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be the same two energies, but hitting in a different way. You know what I mean? Most definitely. What's up, Mr. Nobody? Damn, that bitch ain't hitting. What's up, Starseed? Sistine, you said you have synastry of Pluto conjunct his ascendant in Scorpio, but he has his Pluto in Libra square your Cancer moon. Which is more powerful? The moon. Because the ascendant, while it's not focused solely on the appearance of things, it has a lot more to do with the appearance of things. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with the moon, there's some feelings and emotions attached to it. So yeah. What's up, Miss Sharon? I don't know. I've been thinking, man. Like I was telling y'all yesterday, man. I got transit Mars conjunct my Pluto right now in my first house. But I also have transit Pluto conjunct my Mars in my fourth house. But the thing is, those Pluto transits, they're going to last a lot longer than Mars transits are gonna last. Okay? And Mars transits are gonna be more intense. It's gonna be more action oriented. It's gonna have a little bit more fire to it than Pluto is. Pluto's cold. Pluto gonna serve you some shit cold than a motherfucker. But Mars is gonna cause a conflict. Mars gonna cause some aggression. Mars gonna cause you to have to deal with it. So the planets being aspected in these transits, they definitely make a difference, y'all. Most definitely. And nah, we not set on the topic, Isaac or Sir. We just vibing, man. We just cooling. Saturn trine Uranus. With Saturn trine to Uranus, man, like, you have both innovative ideas and respect for tradition, man. And, you know, you're able to integrate both, you know, brilliant insight into what can come up and, you know, your ability to take the necessary steps together and incorporate them both into making something that's solid and long lasting that'll really help everybody out in the future with that. Turn this shit down, my bad. That shit was louder than a motherfucker, my bad. Aries Sun, quintile, you're in the 4th house, quintile, your North Node, and Cancer in the 7th house. My thoughts on that is, you know, you gotta make sure you're that's very interesting. Like, first of all, that might say that you need to get over that selfishness. That might say that, you know, that sense of aggression, and a lot of that shit that goes on at the house. Like, you're gonna have to deal with that shit in order to have healthy relationships with people later on and learn how to nurture people properly. Because, like, something in the way that you deal with one of your parents or the way that your parents raised you, something that went on in your house with that Aries Sun, like, you're powerful, you're independent, you're fierce, but that right there is getting in the way of you having healthy relationships with that quintile with your North Node in the 7th house right there in Cancer. So you're just gonna need to work on that selfishness and that aggression in order to really have healthy relationships with people, and that'll help you get to your North Node right there. Mr. Nobody, you wouldn't murder this. Do I think the Scorpio new moon had anything to do with the Astroworld debacle? No, we talked about that yesterday. I think poor security and foolish ass people had to do with the Astroworld debacle. I think y'all youngsters these days not knowing how to control yourselves and having no motherfucking class caused the Astroworld debacle. What's up, Chrissy? Real shit. I'm not with all the bullshit, man. I'm not gonna talk about the sacrifices and this and demonic. And I'm not with any of that shit. Okay? That doesn't mean that I don't entertain those thoughts. That means that I'm not the type of motherfucker to sit up here and feed y'all a bunch of bullshit. Okay? I want to help you out for real with tangible shit that's gonna help you out. And so First of all, with that shit yesterday. With that shit yesterday. I mean, not with that shit yesterday. With that Astroworld shit, pardon me. With that Astroworld shit, there's a whole bunch of variables that are in that. First of all, there shouldn't have been that many people in that place in the motherfucking first place. Texas is out of line. But Texas has been out of line this whole time. No respect for human life in Texas whatsoever. It's all about the dollar bill, baby. And I'm from Texas. I know this. Okay? Second of all, if they had the event, if your ass is intelligent, you wouldn't have had your ass there anyway. It's not a smart place to be at in this type of environment that we have in life going on right now. It's not safe. Whether you believe in vaccinations or you don't believe in vaccinations, whether you believe whatever the fuck you think about this virus and all this other bullshit, hey man, you go around all those people, whether you're vaccinated or not, your ass is probably gonna get sick. So your ass shouldn't be there. Second of all, there wasn't enough security for that event. Okay, plain and simple. Third of all, when you get to a place like that, why do you have to show your ass? Like, I seen people jumping on top of the first responder's car. I seen people jumping on top of the police's car. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame Travis Scott, because there were several times that he's been noted like, hey man, there's something going on in the audience. It's not his fault. He did not make it happen. His shirt had nothing to do with it. His motherfucking album had nothing to do with it. Like, people look so far into shit these days trying to seem woke and trying to sound smart that it's getting out of hand, man. You know what I'm saying? It's getting out of hand. You still can't forget to be real, man. Motherfuckers forgetting to keep it real in this situation, and that's what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Motherfuckers these days are out of line. That's what's wrong. Horrible security. And people care more about being a journalist than an activist. People getting stomped and getting stampeded, and everybody wants to watch. Everybody wants to record with their phone what's happening. Nobody wants to do nothing about it. Okay? Like, people are screaming, stop the show, but nobody has cleared out an area where everybody's hurt at and be like, no, they're hurt right here. Nobody is holding up people that are hurt above them like they used to do maybe back at Michael Jackson concerts when people were falling out and shit like that. No, that's not what it's about. Everybody's worried about getting their shot on camera. Everybody's worried about getting their motherfucking video seen on the internet. Everybody's worried about everything that's going on with them and becoming a star, man. And that's a whole bunch of bullshit. It don't have a goddamn thing to do with no satanic rituals. It don't have a goddamn thing to do with the shadow government. It don't have a goddamn thing to do with Travis Scott. It don't have a goddamn thing to do with whatever shirt Travis Scott had on. It don't have a goddamn thing to do with his album or what he was saying. It has nothing to do with that. The man, I'm a rapper. The man was just doing his fucking job. The man was just up on stage rapping, and he was inciting the crowd, because that is what you're supposed to do. As a rapper, you're called an MC, the master of ceremonies. You are supposed to incite the crowd. Hey, the more people that you got wild in the concert, the more you got people revved up, the more motherfucking live you got it. The more money you making, the more people want to come. So he's just doing his job. The motherfucker didn't do nothing wrong. Okay, security should have been on it. Texas should have never had that event in the first place. Okay, like a whole bunch of shit goes on with that. Like, that shit is foolish, man. And then once again, like I said yesterday, people die every day, B. People die every day, B. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's an unfortunate loss of life, but everybody's looking for the next story, man. People are forgetting about the fucking 200,000 people that got fucking sex trafficked yesterday. I know those 8 people died at that place, man, but fuck that shit. People forgetting about the motherfucking 300,000 people that starved to death yesterday. People die every day, B. You shouldn't have had your ass there. Sorry for you. You get caught lacking, it could be the end for you, man. This is not the day and age to be doing some stupid shit. Period. Period. And that's coming from an OG. For real talk, man. And this ain't no motherfucking cult. I ain't no motherfucking archangel. I'm just a motherfucking nigga keeping it real with you. You feel me? So yeah, that Astroworld Festival just had nothing to do with anything but bad security and people acting foolish. And it's just a sign of the times. It's just a sign of the times. You know what I'm saying? It's just a sign of the times. Dang. You calling me a Karen? Nicole Sweet, you said Venus and Jupiter, Venus conjunct Jupiter in the 10th house at 28 and 29 degrees. Is that a weak placement since it's in Aries? Absolutely not. You know, the thing with that one is, you only think it's weak if you doubt yourself. The thing about Jupiter and Aries is, as long as you're confident in yourself, as long as you're living empowered and you're living fearlessly, you have blessings coming to you. Good things are going to come to you. And then Venus is the same way. The only thing about Venus in Aries is your love nature is way too direct to find easy fulfillment, because you kind of scare people away sometimes. Or you kind of jump into relationships with people that aren't so good for you. Or you kind of like conflict. It's a whole bunch of ways to see it. What's up, Sean Louise? Yeah, man. Venus brings money, like Chrissy said, and so does Jupiter. Jupiter is just blessings all the way around. Venus is harmony and money and beautiful things. So yeah. I have Jupiter in the 6th house. I have Jupiter in Pisces in the 6th house. And that just tells me that with Jupiter and Pisces in the 6th house, man, like, as long as I have a sense of humor, as long as I'm living in my spirituality, as long as I'm able to get time by myself, as long as I'm really showing people that I care, as long as I'm putting work in, as long as I'm being consistent, I'm gonna be blessed. And you know, with Jupiter in the 6th house, like, hey man, I always stay slim and trim like a bicycle rim. Like, I'm easily muscled up. I could drop down and do one-hand push-ups like it ain't nothing. I've maybe gotten really sick maybe a handful of times, maybe a total of 5 times in my whole life. I maybe have had a fever 7 or 8 times total in my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I don't get sick, you know, and I naturally do things that take care of myself. And also, like, I have a body clock that's out of this world with Jupiter in the 6th house. Like, I can't show up nowhere on time, but if I lay down right now and I go to sleep and I say, hey man, I need to get up at 7:30, I will be up at 7:20. Guarantee you, my body just does that. You know, my body clock is on point. And as long as I don't, you know, get too fucked up on drugs, because Jupiter in Pisces also says that if I'm gonna get high, I'm gonna get real high. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna get out there, I'm gonna get out there. If I'm gonna get drunk, I'm gonna get white boy wasted. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that's the thing with Jupiter, with that right there. Like, I can take shit too far, and that can be a detriment to my health. You feel me? That can be a detriment to my health. Now, other than that, nothing can fuck with me health-wise. Also, anytime that I'm by myself, with Jupiter in Pisces, anytime that I'm by myself, anytime that I use my imagination, anytime that I'm doing my thing with music, my intuition is on point. And like with Jupiter in Pisces, like you are psychic. Like you are tuned in. You have a main line to the divine. Like Jupiter rules Pisces. You know what I'm saying? That's at home. That's like a guardian angel. And for you, your sense of humor is another thing that's like your guardian angel, because as long as you're able to keep laughing and you don't allow nothing to defeat you, you'll always be okay. And you'll always kind of be aided against the worst of whatever could happen to you with that one. You feel me? And Chrissy G, you said, is Libra in the 10th a natural flirt? I also have Gemini Mars. Absolutely. Like, those are two of the most flirtatious placements that there are right there, you know? But, I mean, you don't mean anybody no harm. You're just trying to have fun. Yeah. Mars conjunct Uranus. Kane, with Mars conjunct Uranus, like, like, first of all, it starts in the mind for you. What's up, Faith? First of all, it starts in the mind for you with Mars conjunct Uranus. And, like, you also with that, like, you're here for a good time, not a long time. With Mars conjunct Uranus, like, your freedom is everything to you, and you're turned on by freedom. You're turned on by brilliance. You're turned on by individuality, and you yourself, like, you have very unconventional ideas about sex right there with Mars conjunct Uranus. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Very. And then with Uranus sextile to Pluto, with Uranus sextile to Pluto, like, like, even though you don't have really good timing and your ideas are kind of way out of step with the times, with Uranus sextile to Pluto, like, you're always going to get a fair hearing either way it goes. And with Uranus sextile to Pluto, like, you're the type of person that you're always pressing buttons with people that you're in intimate relationships with. Like, you always know how to press certain buttons in people and force them to change when you're dealing with them. Like, yeah, you got that life-changing shit that you put on motherfuckers with that one. And then, yeah. All that. If y'all here and y'all ain't hit the like button, I'm seriously offended. Now, let me tell y'all something about Neptune sextile to Pluto, just so we all get it understood. Everybody that's been born since 1950 has Neptune sextile to Pluto in their natal chart. So that's not an aspect that really needs to be entertained. And really what that just says is that you are the type of person that is willing to start with yourself when it comes to changing. And, you know, that's why I call that kind of like the man in the mirror generation, all these people since then. Everybody that's been born since 1950 has Neptune sextile to Pluto in their natal chart. Now, the same thing doesn't go for Uranus, because Uranus moves a lot more swift than Neptune. Chironic astrology. You said my opinion on Jupiter and Sag and Pluto and Scorpio both in the third. Like, hey, that right there is brilliance, and that is a mind that's just sharp, extremely sharp, and you're an expert communicator, and you know, you were able to see people's motives before you even knew what motives were, man. Like, for real. And like, because of that, it either made you really clever when you were a little kid, or really paranoid. And with that one, like, you developed way faster intellectually than you did emotionally. And so that kind of had an effect on you. And you're the type of person, man, that like, you like to observe without being observed, because you observe and judge at the same time. And you feel like everybody else does that shit too. So you're very, very careful with who you let into the doorway of your own senses and your own mind. So you're just very clever with that one, man. And then with Jupiter in Sag right there in the 3rd house being with that, like, the way that your mind works, man, like, you have both knowledge and wisdom. And hey, your mind is a powerful thing. Extremely powerful. Mr. Nobody, we done already talked about that a million times, talking about Mars and Scorpio in the 2nd opposite Saturn and Taurus in the 8th house. You all about that money, man. Yeah. Other people's money. like you have the ability to make people insist that you have, that you have certain possessions of theirs, man. And like, whether that makes you a shrewd operator, or whether that makes you, just have a very explicit skill in the art of finesse, I don't know. But either way it goes with that one, man. Like, with Mars and Scorpio in the 2nd, opposite Saturn and Taurus in the 8th house, like, money is the motive. Always. Always. Your money and everybody else's money too. You dangerous. Sag rising at 29 degrees. Sag rising at 29 degrees is like the full load of that Sagittarius energy. And like with that one, like, that tells me, first of all, that you're a very optimistic person. And like, you don't let much get you down. And you might even be inspiring to people, but more than anything else, like, with that one, you can have Cap in the 1st, but you're Sag rising at 29 degrees, and so, that means that your whole 1st house is pretty much Capricorn. But you're still a Sagittarius rising. And that just more than anything else tells me that, like, you got luck coming your way, and you learn from everything. You might learn the hard way, but you learn from everything in life. And that even comes to relationships. Like, you enter into relationships, with something to teach people. And if you ain't got nothing to teach them, then you got something that you can learn in return. Like, everything you do in life is a learning experience with that one right there. And that's just because whether, and with that being Capricorn in your 1st house, that means you're gonna learn the hard way. That's why I said that. But with that being the case, that means your descendant is at 29 degrees of Gemini. So that's just about learning lessons right there. That's about knowledge and wisdom. Okay? Does Pluto trine the ascendant and sun make you like a Scorpio? Kind of. But more than anything else, it just makes you keenly aware of how powerful you are. Nicole. Like, you are keenly aware of how powerful you are. And as long as you're being confident in yourself, and as long as you're allowing the experiences that you have to transform you for the better, then you'll continue to just be empowered, and you'll have the fortunate luck of having your life unfold along the path of the least resistance. Because you just got to be careful that you don't get overconfident or get stagnant in your life with that one. So yeah. I've been good, Metaphysics King. I mean, I think I look good. And, you know. I look better than I feel. And I feel amazing. What does it mean to have Capricorn on the cusp of the 7th? Well, that means you take your relationships very seriously, is what that means. And that means that when you enter into a relationship, you in it for the long haul. Right. That's what Capricorn on the cusp of the 7th means. And, you know, that also means that you probably won't have the best relationships till later on in life. And Pluto square Cancer. Wait. Pluto square Cancer in the first house, but what other planet is this square? Sun in Aries at 29 degrees. In the 7th house, sextile Uranus Aquarius in the 5th house. That's all about wanting freedom, man. Tommy. That's all about, like, you definitely want relationships, but your idea about relationships is very unconventional. And, like, you might be the type of person that's open for maybe an open relationship or a long distance relationship or something that's not quite as intimate, but something that's definitely solid and long lasting nonetheless. You know, that just might be what something better is. Metaphysics King, you said what happens when you have Libra on the 4th house cusp. That just means that you might have come from a good family. And, you know, with Libra on the 4th house cusp, that just means that, you know, you don't want to raise your house, you don't want to raise your family in a house that's full of arguments and all that shit. Y'all might have debates, y'all might talk, there might be a strong emphasis on communication and things working out. But you're not about a whole bunch of conflict with Libra on the 4th house cusp. You want your house to be a beautiful place, and you want it to be a place of learning, and, you know, you want it to be a place that's fair. Like, you're gonna treat everybody the same in your house, and like, it's just all about being balanced and just having love and harmony and all the things that make Libra awesome with that one. Like, that's a beautiful place for that right there. And you know, Libra on the 4th house cusp means that you probably Cancer rising. Nicole, you said my baby pictures are too cute. You said you seen an old video of me with long curly hair. Or was that just my wig, or just a wig? Was that my hair or just a wig for fun? Hey, when the moon is in Leo, I let my mane hang. You feel me? That's all I can say about that. And Chironic astrology, you said what do I think Pac's rising sign could have been? Either Aries or Scorpio. Aries or Scorpio. Yeah, you can have Libra on the 4th house cusp of Leo rising too. My daughter has Leo rising, and she's a Capricorn sun with Libra moon. And she's about to be 15. What's up, Lakim? Raw House of Intuition, man. Yeah, man. Like Pop. People always talk about the Gemini of Pop. But that Aries moon of Pop was everything. That Aries moon is what got Pop killed. That Aries moon is who Pop was. You know? Pop was a young soul, a fearless warrior, man. Like, hey. That shit is everything, man. People be getting Pac twisted with that. Hey, Pac was a quintessential Gemini. But don't never, ever discount his Aries moon. I mean, if you pay attention to all these celebrities, you'll catch them being their moon sign if you can figure out their moon sign. All of them. Yeah, the Kinsey. Metaphysics King, you said what if you have Mercury in the 6th and Saturn in the 12th? I mean, Mercury opposite to Saturn, like, you have negative thoughts. Like, that's you have, with Mercury opposite to Saturn, like, if you didn't think negatively, you could get a lot more done, man. With Saturn in the 12th, is that fear in the back of your mind. It's that you holding yourself back. You know what I'm saying? That's you doubting yourself that keeps you from being able to be the fucking creative genius and to be the fucking devil of the details that Mercury in the 6th would allow you to be. The thing is, you have negative thoughts and you're so critical of yourself with those having that opposition that it gets in the way of you getting shit done. Chrissy G, yes, I do kids charts. One of y'all is on that bullshit, man. Y'all know I'm allergic to that bullshit, man. Don't do me like that, man. I don't be knowing what I feel like more in my chart, man. Like I definitely feel my Cancer sun, but like I live my Pisces moon more than anything else. And because of events in my life, I'm a very polite person, but I don't necessarily see myself as a Libra rising that much anymore. I rev Libra rising, but I really live the life of a Scorpio rising right now in my life. And so I'm definitely feeling like that right now. I'm not all that sociable. All you gotta do is hit me up in my email, Chris. Everybody, you see that Capricorn Mars? Well, Venus is my chart ruler, and I got Venus in Leo in my 10th house, and Mercury is at 0 degrees of Leo in my 10th house. So that's definitely there. People forget about that Venus in Leo. I think progress charts are definitely something that's relevant and worth looking at, Tommy, because right now for me in my progress chart, I'm a 10th house Leo sun. I'm a 9th house Gemini moon. Mercury. I'm a Mercury in Cancer in the 9th house. I'm a Venus in Virgo in the 12th house. I'm still a Mars in Capricorn, and it's still in my 4th house. I guess Mars doesn't move that fast. All the rest of my planets are really in the same place. But I'm a Scorpio rising instead of a Libra rising. And so yeah. I'm fixing to have a Mars return coming up in a few months. I got a Jupiter return coming up later on this year, or later on next year, when Jupiter hits 22 degrees of Pisces. So I'm ready. You got to go update your chart yourself, your progress chart, I think. I know from what I believe, I'm not quite sure, but I think your sun moves a degree every year and your moon moves a degree every month with your progress chart or something like that. I don't know if I could see that Venus in Virgo in the 12th house, but then again, if I had Venus in Virgo in the 12th house, I wouldn't be able to see it. It's the 12th house. So that's interesting. Hey, y'all, don't forget that today I'm just chilling. Tomorrow, when I come in the morning, we're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about sex. We're going to be talking about intimacy, infidelity, insecurities, sex, lies, drugs, videotape. It's hump day. And we're going to get this motherfucker vibrating right before we close out the week. So yeah, I don't know how my 5th house Pisces moon done progressed into a 9th house Gemini moon, but I guess I can see it. Hell, that means that in my progress chart, my sun is conjunct my Venus and my Mercury, or it's conjunct my Venus in in my birth chart, and my moon is conjunct my part of fortune. So I mean, good things have to be about to happen. I mean, I just got to look at it like that. Tomorrow we're gonna be coming in at 11 o'clock East Coast time, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 9 o'clock Mountain Time, and 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific Time. Star C says she wants to know everybody's age here. I couldn't ask such a thing because you never ask a lady their age. My mama taught me better than that. And I am a gentleman. What's up, Zaynab? Who's greatness? Mikhail Barnett coming in, Tommy, the baby. Isaac Assur coming in straight off of mama's titty. Is Pluto in the 12th prone? Shasine said, is Pluto in the 12th prone to delusion or depression? Is that what you said? Is it, or suppression? Maybe a little bit of suppression. Yeah, Zaynab about to hit that Saturn return. He in that Saturn return right now. Any of y'all that got Saturn in Aquarius, good luck to you. Maybe. The thing about Pluto in the 12th house is there's a vacuum inside of you with Pluto in the 12th house that really attracts a lot of those experiences and fucked up people that you attract into your life. Okay? And that's because it's like a black hole. It wants to suck all that up, all that energy until it's a pressurized situation that forces you to change. Look Kim, you on that Saturn? You on that second Saturn return, ain't you? Ra, House of Intuition. Shit. Like, true to form, y'all. I had a spiritual awakening during my Saturn return, but my Saturn return is in Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? And through my spiritual awakening, I came into my career, which that, you know, allowed me to have access to funds financially that I never had access to before. You know what I'm saying? And it's just through me having faith in myself. So Saturn and Sagittarius in the second house, you know, it was rough, but it just taught me some things, man. It forced me to really pull my head out of my own ass and start having faith. I was forced to have faith, and I had never had faith anymore before, and I was forced to really start putting the work in, and so it just came out very fortunately for me in the end. Metaphysics King said, what signs would be the most violent? I'm not going to say any sun signs except Aries and Cancer and Scorpio and Capricorn. My bad. But yeah. Nah. Like, Mars and Aries will fight you, man. Mars and Aries will fight you. Mars and Scorpio will fucking kill you. You understand? Mars and Capricorn will plot on your ass. Will plot on your ass. Okay? Aries moon, like I just seen Kane say, that's one of the most dangerous placements there is, because an Aries moon will just straight up jab slap your ass. An Aries moon, they get past the point of talking real fucking fast. They will sock you in your shit. Like, for real. And then fooling with any type of emotional ass Cancer placement. Like, if you catch them at the wrong time, whether it be Sun in Cancer, Mars in whether it be Sun in Cancer, Mars in Cancer, Moon in Cancer, if you catch them in that fucked up mood, or if you hurt their feelings, or you make them feel a certain type of way, you are liable to get slapped the cowboy shit out of them. A motherfucker will slap the cowboy shit out of you. Okay? And then Geminis, like, they're so cool, they talk, they want to play, it's all gravy until that other twin comes out that happens to be violent and deranged. And then these motherfuckers got hands. Like, hands. Gemini is the sign of hands. Okay? And then you have Aries, who just might stab your ass. And then when you talk about Pisces, like, people underestimate Pisces until this motherfucking Pisces done got tripped out, got high in the motherfucker, and decided, fuck it, I'm taking us all to the motherfucking astral realm today. You feel me? Like, that's the thing with Pisces. Like, man, they all dangerous, man. Like, you think Virgo won't get surgical in this bitch? Like, Taurus is the calmest sign there is until they have a motherfucking meltdown and then tear up your whole motherfucking house. Till you find yourself getting fucking body slammed and mangled around like a fucking gorilla because you done fuck with this strong ass Taurus motherfucker. Like, it's all cool till you done piss some petty ass Capricorn off, whether it be Sun in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn, Moon in Capricorn, and then this motherfucker done paid somebody to kill your ass, or these motherfuckers done plotted on your ass and blew your motherfucking car up. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun and games until you scare a Scorpio, or whether it be Mars, Sun, whatever. Or the one thing about Venus and Scorpio, if you play with Venus and Scorpio's feelings, it's all fun and games until you do that, and then and then this motherfucker want to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, nah, motherfucker, I said till death do us part. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's with Venus. And then with the rest of them, like, until you make a Scorpio fear for their life, if you make them feel like you're gonna plot on them later on, for them it's chess, it's not checkers. Now you have a fatal problem on your hand, because they don't think about beating you up. They don't think about defeating you. They think about eliminating you. Okay? And then with Libra. Oh, you think I was going to leave Libra out? People think Libras are so soft and all this. No. Libra is always cool until these motherfuckers have a meltdown. Because the thing about Libra energy is, every now and then, Libra energy will have a fucking freak out just to prove that, you know, it ain't no bitch. Like, then all of a sudden, Libra done freaked out. And never forget that when you're dealing with a Libra sun, 9 times out of 10, when you're dealing with a Libra sun, there is going to be some motherfucking Scorpio or Virgo placements in there. And yeah, keep playing. You know, keep playing. And Sagittarius will fight you just for the sport of it. A Sagittarius will squabble with you just because you called him out. You know what I'm saying? With Leo, it's about respect. With Leo is, if you disrespect a Leo, then it's on and cracking, man. Whether it be their space, whether it be their little ego, whether it be whatever the fuck they have going on. You push a Leo past a certain point, a Leo will not back up any further. Really, that's how it goes with any of those fixed signs. When it comes to Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, or Taurus, there is a certain place that they get to where they're not going to back up anymore. Like, they will not, like, all right, motherfucker, we squabbling. Like, I hope you brought a sack lunch because I'm about to beat the dog shit out of you. That's the thing. That's the thing with those fixed signs. Now, they might not be the first to do anything because they're more reactive. Now, Libra, they'll freak out and fuck over you. What's up, Awakening with Stacey? They'll fuck around. They'll freak out and fuck over you. Cancer. As soon as a Cancer doesn't feel safe, as soon as a Cancer is backed into a corner, as soon as you make them feel a certain type of way, you hurt their ego, you hurt those feelings. Like, it's finna be over with. As soon as you threaten somebody that they care about, because with Cancer, like, really, you can do anything to them. And I'm a Cancer, I'll tell you this. You can come up and slap me and I might not do nothing. But if you threaten somebody that I give a fuck about, I'm liable to kill you. That's the thing with this Cancer. Like, you can play with me about me all the time. And I might react, I might not. But if you play with something that I care about, anything, whether it be a person or an object, I will fuck you up royally. And I'll cry while I'm doing it. Like, I will fucking sit there and cry while I slap the god dog shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? I've done it. I'm good for old cry and stomp. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I go. You know what I'm saying? And if it goes there, it goes there. Like, I will explain to you while I'm whooping your ass, And then I got Mars and Capricorn, so I'm going to be there all day with you. And in the same thing with Capricorn, it's about respect. Almost in the same way as with Leo. Like, you disrespect the Capricorn, you get in their way. Like, you try to stop them from whatever it is that they're trying to do, whatever the fuck it is that their mind is set on. And almost the same way with Cancers. If you fuck with something that a Capricorn cares about, whether it be a material possession, whether it be their name, whether it be somebody that they care about, whether it be their relationship, anything that a Capricorn has decided that they are responsible for. See, with Cancer, it's anything they care about. With Capricorn, it's whatever they're responsible for. So anything that anything that Capricorn feels responsible for, hey, now they're liable to kill you over it. Okay, they're liable to plot your demise meticulously, and they're going to take the necessary steps. And Capricorn ain't going to get caught. Cancers are known as the most dangerous sign in the FBI registry because Capricorns don't get caught. Scorpios don't get caught. Cancers are so emotional that they make mistakes. And they don't really give a fuck. Once they get past a certain point, they don't give a fuck. You know? And then with Libra. Libra is all great until they get pushed into a corner, or until they feel like they're being made to make a decision, and then it's bad, because the opposite side of Libra is Aries. So Libra can get real conflicted in this motherfucker. Then when you talk about Aries with the cardinal signs, Aries, like, man, Aries will fight over anything. And that doesn't mean that they're violent, because people get that misconstrued about Aries. Like, they're just the motherfuckers that are going out killing everybody, violent all the time. No. Aries are really some of the most jovial, some of the coolest people that you'll ever meet, that, you know, once they fight you, it's over with. If you get in their way, they're going to fight you. But if you don't get in their way, they're not worried about you, because they have a singular focus, themselves. But if you challenge an Aries, they going to fight. If you step to that Aries energy, they are not going to bitch up to you. They don't have it in them. They don't have it in them. Oh, no, that's fearless. And then when you look at the mutable signs, man, the thing is, man, things can go a whole bunch of different ways with them. With Gemini, like, hey, we can talk about it, and I could ignore you and just go on about my business like you don't even exist. Or you could get this other twin, this maniacal motherfucker that's smarter than you, that's more clever than you, that's more violent than you, that's gonna do stuff to you, is gonna do messy shit to you while I beat you up, because I got these hands too, because Gemini does rule the hands. There's that versatility that comes into the mix with those mutable signs. With Virgo, hey, we can argue about it. We can argue about it. That's cool, because I'm smarter than you. But guess what? I can also get surgical in this bitch, because the devil's in the details. I broke you down as soon as I saw you. Like, I know your weaknesses right off the rip. I know what's wrong with you. I can sense it right off the rip. Like, I just see things that are wrong. I know how things work automatically. Okay? So that's the thing about Virgo. Virgo will fucking murder you. A couple of the very few friends of mine that I know that are true motherfucking murdering motherfuckers are Virgos. Now, you don't have to say, shut up, Kane, what you mean? But yeah, like, oh, I forgot Aquarius a while ago. Let me get back to Aquarius here in a minute, though, and because I forgot all the mutables. No, I did say all this. There's fixed signs. But anyway, with Virgo, like, it could go both ways. It could go really a multitude of ways. Then with Pisces, you could literally get any reaction of any of the 11 other signs that came before it. Like, you really don't know what's going to happen dealing with a Pisces, because most of the time, nothing's going to happen. Most of the time, they're just going to try to get away from you. They're going to try to avoid the situation, because that's not really what they're about. But then there's those other times when they're not in their right mind, when you're forcing them to be on a plane of existence that they don't want to be on. So now it's time to make everybody uncomfortable. Like I said, now we'll all go to the motherfucking astral realm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll all die in this motherfucker because I'm okay with death. That Pisces, they're okay with death. They think about it all the time. In the same way that Scorpio, not in the same way as Scorpios, because Scorpios think about killing. Pisces think about dying. And so, you know, that's the thing with that. Like, it's all fun and games till Pisces don't give a fuck no more. Because when they don't give a fuck no more, they don't give a fuck about life or limb. They do. And then you can't forget about Sagittarius. And the thing about Sagittarius is that one sign that really don't give a fuck. You know when they talk about O-Dog on Minister Society, like O-Dog had to be a Sagittarius. O-Dog just said, I really just don't give a fuck. It's not because people say, oh, he's an Aries. No. He don't give a fuck because he's just here for the experience. I'm going to learn from it either way it goes. I'm a G no matter what. Guess what? I see people die and I show up with a smile on my face. I kill people and I show up with a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just here for the experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the truth of it all. Shit, I've always wanted to know the meaning of life anyway, so I guess we're going to find out today. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody has that danger to them. Everybody has that danger to them. Sagittarius can be the scariest of the bunch because Sagittarius don't give a fuck. Like I said, Sagittarius will fight you just because you called them out. And almost in the same way as Aries. And Leo is like that too. With Leo, it's on principle. With Aries, it is just because they have to. It's impulse. With Sagittarius, it's for the sport of it. It's for the experience of it. It's for the fuck of it. That's the thing about Sagittarius. I'm going to do it for the fuck of it. Why'd you do that? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I wanted to see what it did. Why did you just suck? Why did you just suck that motherfucker? Why did you just slap the shit out of that nigga? Nicole Sweet, you said Venus in Aries. Any advice being ladylike and submissive? It's hard dating because you like masculine alpha like men, but you repel them. Like I don't ever want to tell a lady to be submissive. I'm not with that. Cause I mean, me personally, that's not what I'm attracted to. Like, no. Be strong. Don't look for it. The thing about Venus in Aries is don't look for anything. Eventually, somebody strong will come to you. Somebody that can handle you. Okay? Because if you're running into people that you're repelling or that can't handle you, then you don't need to even try to be fucking with them anyway. So with that Venus in Aries, stop trying to jump in relationships with people that you can't that you can't handle or that can't handle you. You know, with Venus in Aries, you move too fast. You just move too fast. Don't worry about your aggression. Don't worry about being submissive because that's not you. You can't go against your essence. Be strong. Live in that fire. But at the same time, do not ever try to conform or look for everything and stop rushing. Stop rushing. Because eventually there'll be somebody for you. that's strong enough to handle that shit. Or somebody that knows how to take a step back and let you do you, and they're still comfortable with them being them. See, you said you like masculine alpha men, but does a masculine alpha man have to be somebody that tries to dominate you? Does that have to be somebody that stands over you? Because I feel like I myself am a masculine dominant man, but I never want to rule over any lady. I want somebody that's going to walk beside me. I don't need nobody to walk behind me. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, anytime there's trouble, I'm going to stand in the front anyway. But other than that, like, this is something else, man. Like, I'm just not with that ruling over shit. I got Aries in the 7th house, man. And the thing is, like, as I told y'all before, I typically have attracted very aggressive women my whole life, very assertive women. But I still, like I said, I'm a Cancer. I have Mars in Capricorn in the 4th house. Like, I'm cool like that, man. You know, I'm cool like that, but I know how to assert myself in the right situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just need somebody that is comfortable being them while allowing you to be you without either one of y'all ruling over each other. Okay, with Venus in Aries, stop worrying about being submissive and just start controlling yourself and make sure you're not moving so fast, because you're so fucking impulsive that you jump into shit that's not necessarily good for you. And just remember that everything that's good to you isn't good for you. You feel me? What you mean, naturalists? I wish I was a boss, man. Cecine, you said for a woman having Mars in Scorpio, what is the male Venus equivalent in sign? Mars in Scorpio? Mars in Capricorn? Mars in Aries? You know what I'm saying? But that's a lot of passion to be brought together. Like, are you asking what's the equivalent to that, or are you asking me what I think would go well with that? Because with Mars in Scorpio, like a Mars in Pisces, or Mars in Taurus, or maybe even a Mars in Virgo would be really good with that. Mr. Nobody, mine too. I bet Mars in Scorpio is a motherfucker, man. I got Pluto in the 1st house in Scorpio, and I don't have any other Scorpio placements. But that's enough, ain't it? What do you mean, how do I interpret progressions? Like, I mean, I think we just talked about progressions a little bit earlier, but you have to tell me exactly what you mean. Cecine, you said what would go well with a Mars in Scorpio? Mars in Scorpio female. Another Mars in Scorpio male, or You know, really, that's the only thing that I could even think, because the level of devotion required is dangerous there. And who's going to be able to match that intensity but another person like that? Like, if you don't have somebody that's you know, a Mars in Taurus, another Mars in Scorpio, a Mars in Capricorn, somebody that's in it for the long haul, somebody that knows how to stick it out and handle all that intensity, it's a moot cause. With Mars in Scorpio, you can get turned on by anything or anybody, but having utter devotion, that's something completely different. And that's what you really want deep down. That's what your deepest desire is. There's a whole bunch of ways to tell you what your progress chart is, but more or less your progress chart is who you are right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a calculation between certain things that have progressed in your natal chart and certain time factors showing the type of person that you're kind of progressing into at this point in your life right now. Okay, but it still has not 1/1000th of the significance of your natal chart. It's really just a concept. Y'all done went silent? Brownie 18, you said in your progress chart you have Venus in Aries. What is that about? That means you know what you want now. That's what I say. That is like, whatever you had going on before in life, I don't know. But right now, you are extremely aware of what you want. Just make sure that you're not rushing into things so that you're having to settle for second best. Do what the fuck you really want. Awakening with Stacy. You said, what do I think about Leo moons? My mama was a Leo moon. My grandmother, my nana was a Leo moon. Leo moons are my favorite. Mi favorito. Extremely strong and principled people. Born leaders. What's up, Natural Mystique? Are charts accurate without the birth time? Yeah, but I mean, there's only so much you can know without that birth time. You need that birth time to set the table. But, you know, there's ways to guesstimate the ascendant without knowing the birth time. You know. And if y'all here and y'all ain't hit the like button, I see you. Appreciate it, appreciate it. I ain't always so quiet, man. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a whole bunch to say. Today I'm just vibing. You know, we answering questions, we chilling. Anything is up for discussion. Do I believe in perfection years? I didn't until this year, and I'm in my 35th, 12th house perfection year. And I feel like I'm walking in mud, man. And it's in Virgo. So I'm working hard and I'm trying to work through it, but you know, I just feel like I can't do anything right the way I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, like, it's like I'm walking in mud right now. Profession year is like each one of the years of your life would follow the theme of the house that it's in. So, you know, you'd have your first year is a first house perfection year. Your second year is a second house perfection year. Your third house is a third house perfection year, and so on and so forth. So, for people that are in a 12th house perfection year, like myself, with this timing, you know, and it's all about timing. It's just saying that, you know, I'm at it tells you kind of what period you're at in your life. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you come into those 12th house perfection years, a lot of the times it's when you're having to deal with some unharnessed karma, or, you know, you have some things within yourself that you're having to work on that are going to help you be better when you have some new beginnings coming on to your next first house perfection year. You get what I'm saying? But other than 8th and 12th, none of them are, a lot of them get, you know, ignored. A lot of them get ignored. I got Big Bird socks. Big Bird socks. I'm such a Cancer, man. But yeah, I'm in my 12th house perfection year, which those motherfuckers are notorious. I got Big Bird socks on. I just lied, y'all. These are not Big Bird socks. These are Ernie. I have Ernie socks on. They're orange. Fuck. I guess I need to get my motherfucking Sesame Street niggas right. Now I don't fuck with Bird and Ernie. You know, I have the socks, but I'm an Oscar type of nigga, man. You know, maybe it's the Pluto in the first house in me. You know, maybe it's that Saturn in the second house, but I got it out the mud. I'm a Oscar the Grouch type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Big Bird too, but I'm with the Count. I'm with Oscar. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Grover, the Cookie Monster. I ain't got time for Elmo. I ain't got time for Bert and Ernie, cause nah. You know what I'm saying? With Looney Tunes, I'm a Daffy type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Cause is it just me, or is Daffy Duck a motherfucking Capricorn or a Virgo? You know what I'm saying? I'm with Daffy. Daffy always been the gangster of all them. Bugs is cool, but Daffy really is the only nigga that really just ain't gonna let Bugs run him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I fuck with Bugs to the. I mean, not Bugs. See, Bugs are tricky. That's why I fuck with Daffy to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I came up in a different era. I came up watching Doug. You know what I'm saying? Patty Mayonnaise, Roger. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Doug. You know what I'm saying? Rocco's Modern Life. You know what I'm saying? Depressing ass, fucked up cartoons. Ren and Stimpy. Pinky and the Brain. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit when I was a little bit older, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on the Ninja Turtles when the Ninja Turtles was for real, the Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm saying? Where Raphael Labrador slapped the goddamn shit out of anybody that said anything out of line at any time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about these little bubblegum motherfucking Ninja Turtles, but Raphael was the goddamn gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no looking back with that. Like, for real. Raph was another motherfucking Capricorn. Yeah, he might even have been a Scorpio, because Raph is the only Ninja Turtle that probably kill you. Leo might have been a Capricorn. Or a Leo. But what we say earlier, that Sagittarius, them motherfuckers be the most dangerous one, and that's Michelangelo. Michelangelo, whether it be Gemini or Sagittarius, his ability to not get mad, his ability to just take everything as a joke is his greatest strength. Because he just be chilling. and he don't never let himself get mad, so he never gets flustered, and so he always, you know what I'm saying? It's always fucked up. And Donatello just don't get no love, man. I like Donatello because purple is my favorite color. But Donatello, man, Donatello is like Egon from Ghostbusters. Like, they basically the same person. You know what I'm saying? Raph ain't no motherfucking Aries. Mr. Nobody. Raph holds grudges too long to be Aries. Aries are not the type of people to hold grudges, bro. Leo could be an Aries. Leo could be a Leo. He could be an Aries. He could be a Capricorn, but Leo... Raph could not be an Aries because Aries don't hold grudges. Aries, you know, they're fighters. They're about that action, but Aries don't do no tripping like that, bro. Aries are actually some of the most positive people that there are. Real spit. Raph ass is negative. That's why Raph has to be a Scorpio or a Capricorn. One of the two, because Raph ass has a negative mentality. And then what else besides Ninja Turtles? You know what I'm saying? I watched X-Men when it came on as cartoons when I was a little kid, when they had Gambit on there, and when you know what I'm saying, when they had Jubilee and X-Men and Wolverine and Sabretooth was really enemies, and they was really squaring up every time they saw each other. I watched Scooby, you know what I'm saying? When they had Scrappy, you know what I'm saying? When Scooby was a real cartoon, not this bullshit they got now. When Ruby, you know what I'm saying? Ruby. And Scrappy was ready to squabble with anything and anybody. You know what I'm saying? Scrappy Dappy Doo. You know, you're like Scrappy. Scrappy would be ready, man. Like Scrappy is an Aries. You know what I'm saying? Scrappy is the motherfucking Aries or the motherfucking of all the cartoons, because he's about that action and he's just about that life, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Velma been the sexiest one because Velma's the only one that had a little thickness to her. You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't watch this spin-offs, man. I watched the original Scooby, and then when Scrappy came, when he popped out, I forgot what it is, but it was back in the early 90s, man. I'm old, man. I ain't young. Like, I came up from where there really was Saturday morning cartoons, man. All motherfucking morning, where you was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and you was pissing everybody off because you trying to sneak in there and get up in there and watch TV, man. Like, I came from an era where TV was actually an event, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember where you stayed up all night Friday night watching USA with Rhonda or Gilbert Gottfried up all night. You know what I'm saying? And they played movies all night. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had all that shit, man. Or when you stayed up late at night to watch Jerry Springer or Beavis and Butthead, because you weren't allowed to watch that shit as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So you had to stay up till midnight to sneak a peek at Jerry Springer and see this craziness going on, or stay up and watch Beavis and Butthead and see Cornholio and all that shit, man. Like, that was just a whole different era, man. You know what I'm saying? I came up from an era, man, where you didn't have to, you know what I'm saying, where you didn't have a cell phone all the time, man, where I had to, when I was a freshman in high school, when I was a sophomore in high school, I used to have to walk a goddamn half a mile to the motherfucking payphone with $1 every fucking night, no matter what I had going on, to make sure I called my girlfriend, man. I better get my ass in rain, sleet, or snow to that payphone to call my girlfriend to let her know that, hey, that's my dedication to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit that I had to grow up doing. Like, you really had to get somebody's phone number, and then you had to make an effort to get to know them. You know what I'm saying? And there wasn't no trolling. There wasn't no motherfuckers being able to jump in the motherfuckers' inbox and disrespect them and get at them, even though they should know goddamn well that they are not on their level. There's no point for you even to be shooting at them. Like, you got no point to be in their inbox, or you got no point to be mad or talking shit or anything, because if you didn't have this avenue to jump in their inbox, you would not have any motherfucking way to ever have a shot to shoot at this motherfucker right here. And that's just keeping it real. People these days have forgot what out of your league means. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from an era where you had to make an effort to get to know a motherfucker. Like, I came from an era where I used to be at the fucking skating rink, you know what I'm saying? Where I, you know what I'm saying, I was walking across town, where I had my homeboy pumping me on a bicycle across my whole fucking hometown, trying to go in there and jump in some man's window so me and his daughter could have us some fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, blessed one, I come from an era where I couldn't even get CDs at first. Even though some people were making CDs, I'm from the hood. So what I would do is I would get regular cassette tapes. It doesn't matter if it was a recordable tape or it wasn't a recordable tape, because if it was a regular tape that was somebody else's album, all you had to do was put cotton or toilet paper in the two holes at the top of the cassette tape and pop it into the motherfucking cassette player, and you could record over the whole fucking tape either way it goes. So I would sit there and make mixtapes where I had to sit there and listen to album after album and pick out which songs I want, and then as soon as I heard a song I want, I have to run over there and press record. You know what I'm saying? I had to do things a whole different motherfucking way, man. You know what I'm saying? I came from an era where, you know what I'm saying, like, wrestling, professional wrestling was a motherfucking event every single Monday. That if you don't know what happened on wrestling on Monday, whether you're a kid, whether you're a grown person or anything like that, like, you don't know what the fuck is going on in life. You know what I'm saying? When they had that Attitude Era going on, when it was Stone Cold Steve Austin and all that type of shit, man, like Stone Cold Steve Austin and them, where you used to go in there and you would be like, God damn, this motherfucker done fucking killed Vince McMahon. He done jumped into the hospital and fucking attacked this man in the hospital. He done drove into the arena with a fucking beer truck and sprayed everybody in that bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wrestling was an event. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that shit was a whole different time, man. It was a whole different time. It wasn't no all this shit on the internet where niggas talk shit and all this other shit. Nah, motherfucker. Like, we used to play a game when I was a kid called 30 Seconds, where if you and this dude had problems with each other, guess what y'all had to do? Bro, we finna go in here and we gonna go 30 seconds. And that's basically a real fight, because most fights don't last that long. 30 seconds. And you might make rules where it's only body blows, or you might say it's anything goes. Like, but hey, bro, you got a problem with me? We finna go in here and go 30 seconds right now, motherfucker. You wanna go 30 seconds? Let's go. And then you finna go in there and go 30 seconds. And then all that motherfucking extra shit ain't about that shit. Either you gonna be about it or you gonna, then don't say nothing else to me, bro. If you not doing all that talking, if you ain't trying to go 30 seconds, then don't go no more. You know what I'm saying? And I know that there's a lot of things that people are doing these days that are helping, but that bullying shit, it wasn't prevalent right there. Because there was a few people that were bullies, but even the bullies eventually got theirs. Because there's going to come a time where ass whooping was necessary when I was growing up. Ass whoopings were necessary. Fabiola, that's my cousin. That's my first cousin. Even though we don't look like cousins, that's my mama's brother's son. That's my first cousin, Daniel. Daniel is an Aries sun, Leo moon, and he's a few years older than me. I'm a Cancer sun, Pisces moon. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, I remember when you used to watch In Living Color. You know what I'm saying? I remember when you used to watch Martin. when you used to watch Living Single. I remember when you had TGIF on Friday nights, where you watch Step by Step, you watch Family Matters, you watch Full House, and you watch Boy Meet World for years. For years. For years. You know what I'm saying? Like, for years, man. Hold on. But yeah, man. Like, I remember when we was the young bucks, but now we the old heads. Like, I remember, like, when you used to go to the skating rink, and that was the real thing. Like, hey, man, on whatever is 6th grade, 5th grade, like, you trying to get somebody to get you to that skating rink, because the skating rink was where it was cracking at, man. It was love happening at the skating rink. And if you could get in there and you could shuffle, or you know how to skate the right way, like, hey, you on point, man. You on point. I remember them school dances, man. Like, I remember, like, when they not just homecoming dance. I remember there was a school dance every motherfucking week, and you had to be on your mackin'. And I didn't give a damn. I was fat as hell, but I was gonna take me something cute to the dance every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when people was wearing Jinkos, like that shit was cool. If y'all don't know what Jinkos are, Jinkos, we talk about skinny jeans these days. Jinkos is the exact opposite. Jinkos is when your pants legs are this big around, each one of them. And the bigger, the better. I'm talking about brothers, us. We were wearing Jinkos to school. I remember when breakdancing came back when I was in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't nothing for some brothers or some Mexicans or even some white boys or some Asians to come through and throw a motherfucking cardboard down and go to hitting a flare and pop on your ass real motherfucking fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's a whole different vibe, man. People these days, they're so much more in tune spiritually than us. But they don't know how to handle themselves on this physical plane of existence. It's a crazy ass thing that's almost an oxymoron in itself, man. If y'all ain't hit the like button, you should be hitting the like button right now. But you know, man, I remember when you had to hear about songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't just know a song. You didn't hear it. You couldn't just have access to anybody's album within seconds on the internet. Like, hey, motherfuckers be like, hey, man, did you hear that song that what's the name has? And you be like, what? And you will be telling other people about a song that you ain't even heard of yet. Like, hey, bro, have you heard about that song by Juvenile, bro? And they're like, what? And you like, yeah, like, shit was word of mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, more than I've wanted to ever do anything else in my life. You said radio is life. I had, my uncle was a radio DJ. And when I say a radio DJ, my uncle was the late night R&B DJ overnight. And so my uncle Tyrone, he was a light-skinned brother too, but he was the type of dude, like, he had his little Jerry curl, and he'd be on there, and he played the slow jams at night, and he talked, and he did his thing on the slow jam thing back in Texas that at night in Midland, Texas. And hey man, that's all I wanted to do. Up until, you know, the time that I ended up being a rapper and taking myself to prison when I was grown, I wanted to be a radio DJ. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a radio DJ. Star C, you said, who's my favorite superhero? I'm my favorite superhero. Fuck you mean? My favorite superhero is you. Motherfuckers that's making a difference for real. Like, hey, man. Shit's crazy. Like, I remember The Crypt Keeper. I remember Are You Afraid of the Dark? I remember when Goosebumps books were first coming out and they were a commodity. Like, I remember when you had to get you a Goosebumps book that had the little goosebumps on the thing, on the spine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember all that, man. I'm from Texas, so I remember Hank the Cowdog. You feel me? I remember that and this is crazy, y'all, because I'm a book person. You have to understand that even though I carry myself a certain way, I'm very much an intellectual, if y'all haven't figured it out yet. You know what I'm saying? But I read the Harry Potter books as the Harry Potter books came out. Like, I had to wait a year or two in between each book. You know what I'm saying? Chanel B, you said, who was my favorite R&B artist or group back in the 90s? I grew up on Jodeci. I liked Boys and Men, but Jodeci was my favorite. Jodeci was my favorite. When I was 4 years old, 3 years old, that my brothers taught me how to sing Stay by Jodeci. And so with my Pisces moon and my Venus in Leo, I could sing every single word of Stay by Jodeci since I was 4 years old. And then, like, there were songs like Tonight is the Night by Betty Wright, which, you know, a lot of y'all might not know all these songs, but there is a lot of old school artists, man, that I just grew up on. I grew up on all types of stuff. And then I was also fortunate that now all my life is Casey and JoJo. That's not Jodeci. Casey and JoJo are the two main parts of Jodeci, but there's also Devontae and the other dude with Jodeci also. You know what I'm saying? Jodeci is before Casey and JoJo branched out on their own. You know what I'm saying? Jodeci is Forever My Lady, Come and Talk to Me, Fiendin', Freaking You. How was y'all's day?
Good.
All right. Freaking You. All those type of things is Jodeci, man. Love You for Life. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Y'all having a good day?
Yeah.
Come and give me a hug real fast. You good? Mm-hmm. So yeah. And so, hey man, I remember when you could really get those magazines, man, and y'all got me in my element. I'm a Cancer, you understand? Being nostalgic is my shit. So when y'all see, I remember when you could really go get, you know what I'm saying, order 11 CDs for 1 cent, man, and fuck them off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember, like, Blossom in 6. I remember, of course, Boy Meets World, man. Man, I remember all that shit, man. Like, I remember back in the early 90s and, you know, at the very end of the 80s when I could barely remember, like, everybody used to say this phrase, like, in the year 2000, this'll happen. And in the year 2000, that'll happen. And in the year 2000, cars will fly. And in the year 2000, people will grow nostrils out of their motherfucking earlobes. And in the year 2000, motherfuckers will grow two-headed, you know, everything. People used to always say that this is going to happen in the year 2000. And that's, man, it's 2022 finna be, man. Like, I remember Al Bundy, man. Like, I remember when the Power Rangers first came out, man. I remember when there was no such thing as Power Rangers. Okay? For real. Yeah. I remember where if you saw a mother, where you happen to be a big brother, right? I came from a generation, right at its age range where you were a big brother, right? And if you had a little brother or a little sister that watched Barney, it was a fucking cardinal sin. Even though you yourself kind of liked Barney a little bit, like you knew the songs on their ass. You just was just a little bit older for that. You know what I'm saying? Chanel B. You said who's my favorite female? Aaliyah. Aaliyah.
Yeah.
What you doing? Okay. Aaliyah was the one. Like, I remember when the motherfucking Macarena came out. I remember when motherfuckers was really Macarena like a motherfucker in that. Like, I remember all of that. Like, I remember Hanson. Boom bop bip top tap boom bop. You said what shit, Astro Girl? You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when Pac and Biggie was alive. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Pac and Biggie was alive, man. I remember when Destiny's Child was a four-person group. And you didn't know who the fucking lead singer was. You just knew that they were a group. You know what I'm saying? I remember when it don't give a fuck. You had no idea who 50 Cent was. Ja Rule was the biggest star in the motherfucking rap game, and he was dropping hits. Ja Rule was dropping gems. It's murder. Ja Rule. Like, for real. Like, I remember goosing. Goosing consisted of humping with your clothes on. You made up some type of game where it might be house or something where you somehow got to where you were humping with your clothes on. What question did you ask me, Astro Girl? I remember when I Swear by All For One came out. I swear, I swear. You know what I'm saying? Like, that took over the world. I remember Regulators with Nate Dogg and Warren G. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take y'all all the way down through there. I remember when you would wait all fucking year to hear Will Smith's Summertime come on in May. You know what I'm saying? Summer, summer, summertime. Like, hey. I remember when there was no way you could pick between Genuine and Usher. Like, there was no way. I remember when Michael Jackson could dethrone every government in the goddamn world. He was the most powerful, influential man in the world. I remember I was sitting in motherfucking first period world geography sophomore year when our teacher came into the room and said, "Hey, I just want to let y'all know that an airplane just crashed into the World Trade Center in New York, and they think it's an accident." And so he brought the TV in, and as soon as he turned the TV on, another plane hit the other World Trade Center, and he said, "I don't think it's an accident, guys." And we just sat there watching the TV. I remember that night there was lines at the gas pump 7-8 blocks down the street. Like, I remember Platinum Fubu, like with Fat Albert in them. Like, I remember Y2K. People always talked about it in the year 2000. Like, I remember when people really thought that, nobody really thought that the world was going to end in Y2K in the year 2000. People more or less thought that the computers, all the computers of the world were going to reset. And it was going to fuck up the electrical grid and cause the world to go off the grid for a while. So everybody had all these water bottles and food stored up and all this other shit because they were scared that this was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. Like, the TV shows that I see on Nick at Night now are the TV shows that I started watching when I was a teenager. You get what I'm saying? Like, let me have one. We go get me one of them Butterfingers. No, a big Butterfinger.
Oh, where at?
Over there in the big one. But yeah, man, shit's crazy, man. I remember Are You Afraid of the Dark on Nickelodeon. Metaphysics King. I was a grown-ass man for Boondocks in 05. I remember when they used to have the PJs come on. Way before there was the Boondocks, there was the PJs. Okay? Like, that was like the ghettoest cartoon. Okay, baby. Want to trade?
Sure.
Little daddy, come here. I ain't smoking. Come here. My fans, they told me to tell you hi. You know what I'm saying? There you go. You got them? There you go. Can you see now? They say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. You had a good day? Okay. Yeah. So, as a matter of fact, y'all, with that being said, I got daddy stuff to do. I have some very pressing matters to take care of with this with this little man of mine right here. So, I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. Until next time in the morning, we're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about intimacy. We're going to talk about infidelity, insecurity. We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about drugs, tape, lies, and everything that makes people uncomfortable. And that's at 8 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Mountain time, 10 o'clock Central time, 11 o'clock East Coast time. And thank all y'all for fucking with me, man. I ain't even gonna go there with you. Y'all don't get caught up in that bullshit, man. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let me tell you something. Knowledge and understanding is beautiful. But I happened to peep in on another little live going on that I myself wasn't holding last night. And I seen some of y'all into this live. And it's cool to learn things. But I just want y'all to know, don't be nobody's sheep, man. Don't be a sheep for anybody. Think for yourself. Okay? I love y'all.